Well, hey guys, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the SD40T-2, also known as the tunnel motor from scaletrains.com. We've got Rio Grande and Southern Pacific here. We're going to look at these both with DCC and sound. Now, DCC and sound, it's ESU sound, by the way. Retails $324.99, $259.99 is their selling price for DCC and sound ready, which operates in DC but can easily be upgraded. We're looking at a retail of $209.99 with a selling price of $169.99. Let's dive in now. Alright, so you see the end of the box there. Quick unboxing. Seals on both ends have been broken loose. Trifold manual. Some quick CVs, functions, and whatnot. Just a quick glance at all of that. Talks about warranty information. You can read more about that if you want to blow that up to 1080p and freeze it. Nothing on the back. Locomotive itself is under a thin layer of foam here. And a plastic cradle. And what they like to call a blister. So we're going to pull that off. And out comes the locomotive. They've got these truck immobilizers, I've deemed them. I don't know if that's exactly what they're called, but you got to be careful with those because they blend in well. And if you set it down, it could tip over. Let's get the foam inserts out and take a look. Alright, here we have the Denver Rio Grande. We're just going to take a good look at this. Quick 360. Call out some very obvious things, and we're going to take a deeper look at the SP version because I think that's where a lot more of the fans are. I could be wrong, but on the front, silver tipped MU hoses, metal couplers, coupler stand. Stanchions are good. You got a dual light here and headlight here, lit number board, sand filler hatch, safety tread on the walkways, coupler cut lever, lots of hoses on the front. Got that antenna up top with the horn. On the side, the PTC toolbox, blower housing, dustbin hatch, exhaust, dynamic brake fans up top. In the center, Rio Grande or Rio Grande, really nice on the side. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Sight glass on the fuel tank along with emergency shutoff on the fuel tank. Really nice walkway detail. Then as you get to the back, got the radiator section. And as you can already see, it's completely clear, even level. There's nothing showing, which is the way the real ones were. It was just an empty open area pretty much. Drive shafts obviously kind of configured under that area for the model, so we'll see how that runs later. Going to the rear, got some lights there. Marker lights and the rear light. More of the same with the accessory hoses. Brake lines, silver tipped. Speed recorders and all that truck detail there. Rio Grande or Rio Grande on the side there. So, one thing I want to show you on this real quick. May be hard to tell, but if you look under there, let me get some light on this. If you look under there, you see the fans up installed on the top. Really nice interior detail to capture that feature. So very cool. You can just get a glimpse of them there if you're looking just right through the vents. Pretty neat feature indeed. So a couple of details I missed. There's this brake chain here for the trucks. You've got the bell mounted there just aft of the truck. Also on this side, you see something that I don't see very often during reviews, but was common in the 80s, which is a re-railing frog. And just the simple spotting features and appearance, you can tell there's a lot of differences between the Rio Grande and the Southern Pacific. Look at all the details just on the roof there. That is just one of the more prominent differences on the locomotive. So this being the SP, you've got full front and rear SP lighting packages And again, these are LEDs, if I didn't mention that earlier. They have operating front and rear tri-class lights, so tricolor class lights that are right here, and we'll take a look at those later. Front and rear operating Pile National dual gyro light signal lights, and front and rear operating Pile National single red gyro light. The number boards are illuminated. You got the headlight, which is LED as well. LokSound V5 is in this locomotive. That means you get twin Sugar Cube speakers and a dual power pack super capacitor. We can see how long that lasts as well if we have time during the review. So much to cover. Like I said, we'd already talked about most of this, but you got the horn, roof-mounted bell, air conditioner units. Aft of the air conditioner, you've got loco control antenna ground plates on the cab roof with conduits running to that, so you can see that intricate detail. Obviously windshield wipers, which are thin metal, separately applied grab irons, sand filler hatch, gyro lights here, hand brake, handrails, stanchions, snow plow with grab irons, and the accessory hoses that we talked about earlier, and the coupler cut lever that we talked about earlier. I'll spit that out eventually. On the side, you see the prominent blower housing. More really nice roof detail just in front and of the dynamic brake fan area here. Southern Pacific, nice, legible. Stanchions seem to be in pretty well, glued well. Battery box doors, brake chain detail, all that emergency shutoff detail on the side of the fuel tank. As we look super close, you do have the windows that operate. They open and close. Seem to be a little stuck in position at the moment. Don't want to fidget with this too much on camera. You see this little R above the road number here? That is the R with a lightning bolt on the cab that denotes being equipped as loco control remote. So these are some of the remote units that we're able to run. Now both of these have HTC truck brake cylinder air lines. And we already talked about the rear area and how that's see-through, and that all of the workings of this locomotive are below that. So very cool. You got safety caution area for steps on the walkways here and safety tread on the walkways. Overall looking very nice. You do have see-through dynamic brake fans as well. If I didn't show you that on the other model, I apologize. And we'll swing this around. Look at the back detail we're talking about. SP just goes crazy with lights. And there are plenty of them back here as well. As you can see, looks like some sort of spider, the amount of eyes it has. The lights are just, there's several of them. So pretty cool. We'll look at those light packages when they light up on the operation tests. Talked about battery box doors earlier. These are the late cab sub-base split doors with lift-off hinges and bolted battery doors with wide louvers. So you can see the details there on that. And if you get a little peek, you can see that there's interior detail as well. Really packed out interior detail. I'll try to illuminate some of that for you. Very hard to see from this angle as that glass is reflecting. So, all right, we're going to fire this up, which is F8 with the ESU LokSound decoder. Alright, so it's running. We'll run through the functions. F0 is the headlight, as you can see there. F1 is the bell. Two is the horn. Three is coupler crash. So 4 is dynamic brake, but 5 is class lights. This is where you get the tri-colored class lights by hitting 5 repetitively. And eventually they'll go off if you cycle through, and then back through. White, green, red, off. 6 is if there is ditch lights, they'd be equipped. This doesn't have them. 7 is another light. That's the effect light. There's the gyro light, as you see there up at the top. I know I said it backwards when I was going through with the pointer. Gyro lights up top, headlights on the nose. So F8 starts and shuts down the prime mover. F9 is drive hold, where you can sit there and hold the drive with F9 and then rev it up like it's about to move a bunch of freight. Independent brake is F10, which will also stop or slow the locomotive. 11 is manual radiator fan. 12 is headlight dimmer. 13 air dryer. 14 emergency light. 15 effect light again, which I don't think 14 and 15. Yep, there's the emergency light right there. You can see it blinking right at the tip of the tri-lights there. And we'll turn that off. Go 15, which I don't think is assigned to the front there. 16 air dryer, 17 brake set, 18 sanding valve, 19 short air let off, 20 compressor, 21 slow air dryer. So obviously, as you can see, there's so many features, don't really have time to cover them, or this will be a 90-minute long review. That's some of the front light features. I'll show you the rear light features real quick, because this is SP and we can't go without that. For the rear, I will kill some lights in the process. We are in reverse. We've got the tri-colored lights again. F7, gyro light, right there above the tail light. $14. There's the emergency light. And that wraps up the rear lights package on this SP. Here's a quick look at the lit number boards on the unit, and this is on Rio Grande, so you Rio Grande fans get to see the light package on it. There's a gyro light, as well as the class lights, again tri-cycled. I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights on now in the layout room. I'm going to look real quick at slow speed controls, see what the motor control is on this. There's one speed step. You hear an air let off there as it starts to move. You can see how controlled that is. It's doing very well. No break in. Very smooth at slow speed controls. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to pull test this. See what we have here. Got a pull test of 4.0. That's what it peaked at, which is about 60 or more HO scale regularly sized freight cars. So pretty good pull test. Due to time, we're going to cut this short a bit, but I did check coupler height. That's good front and rear on one unit, and front on the other, a little short on the rear on the other unit, a little low. And NMRA standards are good on the wheel sets for both. Alright, grab a quick weight here. Looks like it's just out of screen, but I don't know if it'll show up. Got 1.3 pounds almost. That's 1 pound, 4.7 ounces, 20.5, 20.6 ounces, 585 grams. And it keeps growing, I don't know, 595 kilograms, or 0.595 kilograms. So there you go. scale is kind of wiggling around on me, but there you have it in terms of weight. So just wrapping up, so very cool locomotives, nice variations of detail, and overall solid top to bottom. Couldn't find any discrepancies other than that part that flew off that I can't locate, and I don't know where it went. I thought it was an air hose, but it is not. So the situation is, I don't know on that, but everything else is good. And the variations are still, there's still some available on the website. Keep in mind, pre-orders are due on a whole bunch of stuff this Monday on Scale Trains. I think it's Big Blow Turbines next run and several other items. So, long story short, I think these are solid and you should check them out. I don't know if they have another round of these. I did not see that on the website when I was just glancing on my phone, but I did see some in stock. So, get them now while you can through your dealer, favorite dealer, or scaletrains.com. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.